right, y'all. Rick's about the morning show. Hey, man, it's time to have some fun with a comedian that's not afraid to keep it real and tell the truth. Y'all seen him on, Def Comedy Jam, BET Comic View, Showtime at the Apollo, and many others. But I know him from and let me give you this address. Everybody in Chi-Town, 1000 Wabash. Hey, I met him at this address, 1000 Wabash. Am I right? Am I right?
You're right. You're right.
Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for my big brother in comedy, George Willborn.
What up?
Chi-Town in the building.
Chi-Town. What's up, Rick and the whole crew, man? I'm so glad to be here. Y'all look so young. My God.
Look, we are young. We are. I'm coming up on my 38th birthday.
Yeah. 1000 Wabash. That's what that paycheck. All jokes aside.
You better know it. Back in the day, man, you used to come rip that stage up, man, and, let me say right off the bat, because I saw your special last night, man. Congratulations to you, man. Still so funny, man, just like when we was on Wabash, tearing them stages up, man. So glad I got my girl Brad in here, been killing it for years. It's just like an old reunion.
All these Chicago legends in the building.
Chi-Town in the house, baby.
Yeah, Wabash, I said, skirt.
Hey, Brad,
that was back in the day when you could walk. What'd you say now? George? I said that's when back in the day you could walk down Wabash without getting robbed, baby.
Oh, man. All right, so we got some questions for you.
Okay, all right.
What are your thoughts on the Diddy trial?
Man, listen, that's a slippery slope,
It really is.
That's why we asked you.
Hey, listen, I'm going to keep it real because I've never been, because everybody been saying to comedians and doing these podcasts and shows, say, well, have you ever been to a Diddy party? I've never been to a Diddy party. I've been to a kitty party. I've been to an itty-bitty titty committee party. I've been to a lot of parties, but I've never been to a Diddy party. I've been to a Sadiddy party. Just everybody nose all up in the air. But So I can't speak firsthand on it. All I know is that a person, they will kick you when you're down. All right? That's what I do know. People will kick you when you're down.
That's the best time to kick somebody.
So why should I be left out? That's what I was going to say. I want to know them too. I've been rusty. I've been crusty. Ain't never need 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I do know that. But, I just try to keep my head to the ground and listen to what's going on and pray for people.
Yeah. Man, I got to get your thoughts on this because, we all started out doing our comedy, our stand-up in the 90s. Now, Zaddies, what are your thoughts on Zaddies, older men dating younger women?
I don't care about older men, younger men, YNs, ONs. I don't give a damn about none of these Negroes. Are you kidding me? Don't ask me about no men. You know what I mean? Zaddies, and I know some of y'all, you put in your Beijing and all that. I saw your special last night. I'm not one.
Wait a minute.
I'm not one. I don't have no Beijing, no Tehran, no Singapore. What you see is what?
You just slid some shade in there on my brother.
No, I'm saying
I used a little bit, George. I got
a little bit too, Ricky. Ricky, you got a little bit more than a little bit, but nevertheless, what I'm saying is,
you trying to say he got the whole bottle? Come on, man.
Ricky don't have no Beijing. He ain't got no Beijing.
George,
you ain't got no Beijing.
I put some Armor All on there to make it sound like LeBron James.
I said you ain't got no Beijing, but it's damn sure some Taiwan over there.
Hey, man, we all gotta cut them corners, man. Once you hit that double nickel, we gotta cut them corners.
Hey, listen, man. What you see is what you get. All right, it's simply that. I'm tired of the follically challenged brothers coming up on me when they come to my shows. Because they done lost their hair, then fell out, or whatever happens to y'all. I have nothing to do with the Ball Nation. You know what I'm saying? and don't get mad at me because my hairline's still intact and all that. We gotta stick together.
George, what are you doing to keep your hairline still there?
I don't do that. I wash my hair, I condition my hair, and I thank God that I still got hair. What do you do? It's no formula. If you're genetically,
it's genetics.
Yeah, genetically, I think my father, if I'd have known him, I could tell you, but I think he still had all his hair,
Yeah, George. You're the only one. It's like you on there, Jay, Bill Bellamy, y'all the only. Tony Roberts, I think.
Comedians, y'all the worst, Ricky. Y'all the worst.
Yeah.
You, my cousin Damon Williams. Mike Bonner, all y'all, you can't even say hello before you looking at somebody's head. Look at Special K just staring me down. Listen, man, did nobody steal you? Boy, if you don't put that hat back on,
I got mine.
You better don't.
I still got mine, player.
Yeah, but you see what's happening with it, though, don't you?
What?
You see what's happening with it.
Hey, George,
but you wear too many more hats.
You company, man. Now you'll get out of here.
George, y'all should
see, I told they get mad.
Y'all should really probably do a Still Got My Hairline comedy tour.
Listen, Ricky, I was saying last night, we got hair comedy tour. Man, I'm down with it. All the comedians that still got hair, we going to.
And to be fair, let Mark Curry host it because he got a hairline, but it's
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
It's going back
I need to host that thing. Let me put in my 2 cents. I need to host that thing and come out with the miracle drops between every break.
Let's go, Brad.
Let's go.
Let's go, Brad.
Let's go.
Apply them miracle drops live on stage.
Yes.
Apply them damn miracle drops live.
So George, now the new Pope has ties to Chicago. So what do you think about the new Pope?
Are you kidding me? From the south side of Chicago. I'm from the south side of
Come on
Chicago.
now.
We all know his name is Leo. We all know that he is black. He's the first black pope.
I thought he said he was.
No, I don't worry about what he said. He's the first black pope, which means that mass. I don't know if you ever go to mass. You know, my lady was Catholic. I'm not, but we go to mass all the time. So mass, there's gonna be some changes in the Catholic Church. You know, mass gonna be 2 hours now. You know, ain't no more 45-minute mass. It's 2 hour mass. He's gonna be frying chicken in the basement of the cathedral. You know, it's gonna be some changes, but I'm excited about it. You know, I'm excited about it, and I like the liberal stance that the Pope has. You know, we got a chance. You know.
Okay.
Now, George, where are you touring this year? What's some of the cities that you're going to where people could come out and support you?
Well, they can come see me on the 18th in Atlanta at the City Winery. I'll be there with the incomparable and hilarious Vanessa Fraction, also from Chicago.
Oh, funny.
She is off the chain, my sister for many years. So Vanessa and I will be doing the 18th here in Atlanta, and we'll do the 18th of July in St. Louis at the City Winery. So we've got a couple of dates that we're going and doing together. And you know, Ricky, I'm still hitting the road and doing improvs and funny bones all over the country. I never stopped doing that. You know, I've been in radio for almost as long as I've been doing comedy with all of the greats. You know, I've worked with everybody except you. So we need to do something about that as well. Right. But, you know, it's just been a blessing. You know, when I saw your special last night, I'm like, wow, some of us have been doing this for decades, literally decades, you know, and to be doing it on a high level and still have so much love for the craft is what I'm appreciative of. They call me the stress reliever for a reason, and I can't remember any time in my career where the stress relief is more needed than it is now. You know, people are dealing with real issues, and now they kind of want real comedians to go back to the forefront of making people laugh real hard for a long time. So I'm happy to be still a part of that.
Man, George, I just want to personally thank you. I'll never forget, especially Brett, you ain't going to believe this right here. I caught the bus from Cleveland, Ohio to Chicago. That was my first time in Chicago. Greyhound. I rode through the night, and I made it to Chicago, and I barely made it there in time for the show. I was opening up for Cedric the Entertainer, and my shirt was wrinkled. I had my suitcase backstage. George, I'll never forget how you treated me. You helped me get my shirt out. You found the iron. You ironed my shirt for me. The first time I went on stage, you said, hey, man, let me get this iron going. We was backstage in that little dress on. You ironed the shirt for me. You said, hey, just relax. I'm going to go on stage. I'm going to get them warmed up or whatever. Yeah. And then once I was standing in the back, man, you made sure I was straight, man. You took me to get some, you took me to Harold's. With the Harold, and then we went to the club, and you showed me a great time. And then the most important thing, George, the reason I was a good host on Comic View because I learned from you and Steve. That was the first time I saw a comedian hosting a show and having a good time while hosting. Instead of focusing on the jokes, you had audience participation, and you were one of the greatest to ever host a damn comedy club. And I took all of that same kind of stuff that you used to do on stage and applied it to my act or whatever. Yeah. And that's a part of the reason why I'm where I am. But I want to say thank you. I'll never forget how you treated me.
Hey, man, that's love, Ricky. I appreciate that, man. And you already know, All Jokes Aside was a club back in the day where everybody came through. Steve, Sid, all the kings, all the queens. And it was my job, to set the room up, and not just set the room up, but also to take care of you guys as best I could when you was in my city. You was there to make money, not spend money. So I done gave shoes off my feet to Mike Epps, and all type of things that I've done just from the brotherhood and sisterhood that we have. Coming up with Bernie Mac and the Dale Givens, the Cheryl Underwood, Chicago, we have a connection in our our industry, entertainment in general in Chicago. So that was something that was passed down to me, and I was more than happy to do that. And look, years later, we're still friends and still praising each other and thanking God for each other. And I think that's missing a lot. It's not all about the competition. And I'm so happy, even though my time necessarily has not came yet. I'm still happy for every last one of y'all. Dion Cole, I'm excited for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for my cousin Damon Williams, who people claim they don't know. Yeah, you know him. I'm excited.
We knew him for being George Willborn's cousin first back in the day. So that's George Willborn's cousin.
And I'm sure Damon used to get tired of that. Talk about, ain't you George Willborn's cousin? Well, listen, sometimes it takes 35, 40 years to become an overnight success. So, I've kept my focus on honing my craft and staying true to what I need to do as a comedian, relieving stress, and being sincerely, grateful for the opportunity. You cats have been outstanding,
Your ass used to come to, when I opened up that little cobblestone comedy club, you used to sell it out and come and rip the club up. And then, you know what, I tried to make sure that I took you out and showed your ass a good ass time.
Well, you did.
It was a big deal because you're a big brother, man. You're like an OG. I really respect you.
I appreciate that, Ricky. I've been honing my craft a long time. That's why I hope people come out and see me. If you're not on social media nowadays, people think you're dead, which is not true. Because I'm on social media. Follow me at The Stress Reliever or The Stress Reliever, depending on what school you went to. It's the same word. And what you find out is cats like me who've been in a long time. I'm not gonna be on social media telling you how much toilet paper I got and here's what's in the refrigerator and all that. Right. But I will let you know that I'm still out here. I'm still working. Right. And sometimes that's what we need. So, to be able to have platforms like this, as big as you alls are, and you all still extend to us. Brat, you don't even have to be doing some of the stuff that you're doing. You're still reaching out. Gary, I see him on the belt line walking around and treating people kind and, and still extending ourselves to each other as black people. And I don't want to get racist, the racial component of this, but as black people, we just need to do a little bit more of that, So it feels good that, you guys feel that way about me. And hopefully, my star keep on rising,
That's what's up.
Yeah, we got to look out for each other, man.
No, we do.
George, and one more time, let everybody know, and you're going to be at the City Winery in Atlanta, and you're going to the one in St. Louis, so y'all need to go ahead and get your tickets. And how you can be reached on social media?
The Stress Reliever or The Stress Reliever. And I'm taking the train to St. Louis. I'm not because I went through Hartfield Airport and I got sexually harassed and assaulted by TSA.
Oh,
Right?
They love that.
Yeah. I like the old booths that you used to go through. Yeah, that the little metal detectors that used to be in my grammar school in Chicago.
Yeah.
I like those old ones. But now you got to go into the booth and the little square come up on you. And my man talking about close your eyes. I said, what you need to close my eyes for? Like TSA talking about you want to go in the back so we can have some privacy. I said, what we need some privacy for. I said, you do it right here. He go, I'm going to demonstrate. He started rubbing on me. This what I'm going to do. I said, you doing it already. What about this what you going to do?
Welcome to Atlanta.
Ladies
so I'm catching Greyhound.
Y'all give it up for the one and only comedian legend, George Willborn.
Much love.